Microsoft has been absolutely falling behind on console sales with their horrendous marketing in 2025, and I'm going to discuss their three main marketing points and why this is some of the worst marketing for anything I have ever seen. Their three main marketing points are as follows. You don't need an Xbox. If you choose to get an Xbox anyways, we have a subscription service where you don't own anything and the price keeps going up. And finally, our $500 console can play last gen games. That's not good marketing. That is horrible marketing if you were trying to sell a console. I mean, first of all, they're trying to get you to buy the Xbox or the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, whatever. But they're saying if you want to play Xbox games, you don't need an Xbox. So at that point, it's like, okay, if I don't need an Xbox, then why are you trying to sell them? I mean, you're literally telling me, oh, you want to play Gears of War? Guess what? The new Gears of War game is going to be on PlayStation. You want to play Halo from now on? All Halo games are going to be on PlayStation. Oh, our games are on PC now. It's like, why would I buy an Xbox when I can just go get a PlayStation? I can get all the games that Xbox has to offer, and I can get PlayStation exclusives. Games like, I don't know, Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, or however that's pronounced, The Last of Us, you get the ideas. It's like, why would I buy your console, Microsoft, when you're telling me I don't need to buy your console to play your games? That's just dumb. Their second main marketing point is Game Pass, a subscription service where you own nothing and the price keeps rising. What? You're trying to market your console by saying that you have a subscription service where the price keeps going up. I don't own anything, and the games that are on it, it's never guaranteed. Okay, they keep swapping it around. It's like, why would I buy your console, Microsoft, when you're telling me that you don't want me to own my games? It's like that's just dumb. It's like I don't get it. Like, your main marketing point for trying to sell the console is that players won't own their games. Who came up with this idea? Like, just that's dumb beyond dumb. And finally, what's possibly the worst of the three, one of the main marketing points for modern Xbox consoles is that their $500 console can play last gen games. That if one of the main selling points of your next gen console is that it can play last gen games, that is stupid beyond stupid. All right? I think backwards compatibility is a good thing, yes, but that shouldn't be one of the main marketing points of your console. That would be like, I don't know, if whenever they were trying to market the Xbox 360, they were like, oh, why should you buy the Xbox 360? Because it can play Xbox original games. That's why. It's like, okay, why would I buy an Xbox 360 to play Xbox original games when I can just get an Xbox original? And that's kind of what's going on here. It's like, why would I buy a Series X with the main marketing point being I can play Xbox 360 games and some Xbox original games when I can just go get a 360 for less than half the price of a Series X, and I can play way more Xbox original games on that thing. There's like about 300 backwards compatible Xbox original games on the 360, I think, versus like 50 on the Series X. And I can also play every single Xbox 360 game, not just the backwards compatible one. So it's like, Microsoft, what are you doing? This, I don't know. It genuinely feels like Microsoft is just trying to run Xbox into the ground. It's like, say you're trying to kill off the Xbox without saying you're trying to kill off the Xbox. I mean, they're pretty much saying, there's no reason for you to buy our console. I mean, okay, you don't need our console to play our games. And if you do choose to buy our console, we don't want you to own anything, and you can play older games, even though you could just go buy a significantly cheaper console and play the games on that. And then you wouldn't be limited to just our backwards compatible library. You could play every single Xbox 360 game that ever existed. It's like, can someone explain the mindset here? It's like, no wonder Microsoft is drastically trailing behind Sony, the Steam Deck, the Nintendo Switch. It's like, Nintendo's like, hey, why should you buy a Nintendo? Well, for starters, it's handheld. That's pretty nice. And you can get our Nintendo exclusives. You can get Mario. You can get Luigi. You can get Pokemon. You can get this, that, and the other thing. PlayStation, same thing. It's like, okay, why should I buy a PlayStation? They're like, oh, well, you can get our exclusives. Microsoft's just like, oh, we don't have exclusives anymore. Yeah, yeah, you want to play Halo? You don't have to buy our console. You can play it on PlayStation soon. It's like, what happened? Where did Xbox go wrong? I remember, it's just Halo belongs to Xbox. Gears of War belongs to Xbox. Dead or Alive, to an extent, at one point, belonged to Xbox, and now Microsoft's saying, "Oh no, no, don't buy our console. We don't want you to buy our console. Go buy someone else's console and play our games on that." Like it's just, it's sad, honestly, because like it used to be, you saw things like Gears of War, you saw things like Halo, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's Xbox, cool." And apparently, whatever the new Halo game coming out is going to be, it's very likely going to be on PlayStation. And I think there was a recent announcement that like a Forza game is coming out on PS5 soon. It's just like Microsoft is just they're trying to kill off the Xbox. It seems with just the worst marketing I think I've ever seen for a console. I don't understand what they're doing. I don't get it. Can somebody explain to me how this is good for a company to literally tell consumers that they don't need to buy your product? All right, that'd be like if Phil Swift was trying to market flex tape by saying duct tape works just as well. Now, I'm not saying that, of course, but that's kind of what it would be like. It'd be like if Phil Swift, he's over here chainsawing boats in half, and he's like, "I'm gonna duct tape it together," and you shouldn't buy flex tape. You should buy duct tape. It'd be like, wait a second, you're trying to get me to sell, you're trying to get me to buy your flex tape, but you're saying that duct tape, which is cheaper, is just as good. That's kind of what Microsoft is doing here. They're like, oh, no, yeah, you should just buy someone else's console. We're selling consoles, but you shouldn't buy ours because you can get more benefits on other consoles. It's like, what are you doing, Microsoft? I don't get it. And Microsoft has so many companies at their fingertips. Like they could just they could just pull up their console sales if they wanted to with all the potential exclusives they have at their fingertips. They could make Elder Scrolls 6 an exclusive. That would sell consoles out the wazoo. They could make Call of Duty an exclusive. They could make Fallout an exclusive. They could make Doom an exclusive. I mean, they own so many companies. They could potentially, I think, top the PS5 in sales if they wanted to. If they're like, hey, Elder Scrolls 6, it's going to be an Xbox Series X exclusive. So many people would flock to the Series X just to play Elder Scrolls 6. They could make, if there was ever a sequel to We Happy Few that was made by Compulsion Games, they could do that. Whatever Dishonored game could come out in the future. They can make that a console exclusive. Call of Duty, they can make that a console exclusive. And everything under Activision, they can make console exclusives, but they're like, nah, we don't want to sell our consoles. Somebody explain this to me. Somebody explain the marketing behind this. I don't get it. That'd be like if McDonald's started putting up posters saying, go to Burger King. It's like, I thought you wanted me to buy from you, McDonald's. Oh, yeah, yeah, you can buy from us, but we'd prefer if you go to we'd prefer if you go to Burger King. I don't get it, y'all. It's just Xbox is on a decline, and I do somewhat fear this is going to be the last generation of Xbox. I mean, just with the poor marketing, and it genuinely seems to me like they are trying to kill off the Xbox, especially since like last year they shut down the 360 store, one of the few remaining active services of their peak generation. And when I say peak generation, I understand that is an opinion, of course, but the simple fact of the matter is that's when they sold the most consoles. So in my opinion, that's their peak generation, the Xbox 360, and sales-wise, that is their peak generation, and they're slowly killing that off. So it's like, are they just completely trying to kill off the Xbox? I don't get it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This is something I just wanted to discuss. Let me know why you agree or disagree with me. And for anyone new to my channel, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games, with sometimes other topics like today. This is something I wanted to talk about. Thanks again for watching. Hope everyone has a great day, and sad to see Xbox declining like this. Have a great day, y'all. Peace.